What the is going on inside of the CS2 markets right now? We just hit new all-time highs of 5.5 billion, with some items up 20,000% in just a couple months. Chinese whales are over here playing puppet master with the skin economy, and little Timmys are FOMO buying it up like they just stole their mom's credit card. And Valve showed once again that they are working on literally anything except fixing the anti-cheat. So, is the CS market just one giant pump and dump? Is a crash coming tomorrow? Nobody knows for sure, but what I do know is that I'm holding on to my skins and even buying more. So this is what you should be doing with your money right now. Let's break it down. First, Valve announced the removal of the gallery case, character craft stickers, and the graphic design collections, and prices exploded overnight. Why? Because CS players love to overbuy hype, and more importantly, once these items are removed, supply is hard capped. The gallery case pumped hard, but in just a few days, it's already cooling down because people realize it hasn't even been removed yet. Picking up the gallery case right now for anywhere close to $1 will yield great profits long term because it has strong unboxing demand at over 1 million a month, great play skins inside, and in my opinion, a super underrated kukri knife. Has a massive blade. It's basically a sword. The character craft stickers are also in a great spot because they're cheap, colorful, and unique. Perfect for crafts. With the Chomper sticker fitting nicely onto certain skins, and the Flex sticker giving some Counter-Strike players the tools to show off their creativity. The graphic design collection has some decent skins with the Desert Eagle Starcade, which looks insane with its glitter effect in the CS2 lighting, and the light blue skins are cheap, so they may do well long term because they're supply capped and get burned 10 at a time in trade-ups. But I don't see a huge amount of demand for the Op CMYK, although the supply on these is pretty low, so if there ever is demand in the future, we could see the prices rise fast. The real takeaway here is that Valve has set a precedent. Armory items will get removed. With a long time horizon, we can focus on the items that are left in the Armory pass that have higher demand, like the Fever Case, Elemental Craft stickers, and the Overpass and Sport and Field collections. Pick these up for cheap with buy orders before they're removed, while everyone's attention is on the new case and the new stuff coming to the Armory pass. It's likely we'll see the new update in October for the 1-year anniversary. So what's Valve been cooking up for this insane new update? Well, they're continuously getting heat for underage gambling allegations. So now here we are moving on to dark web arms dealing instead with the Genesis terminal case. It replaces the Fracture case in the active duty drop pool. Shout out to Fracture case investors. The Genesis terminal case has an entirely new system that works completely different to other cases. It's free to open, so no keys are necessary. Instead of slowly draining your cash, $2.50 per case, now they remove the suspense and just present you with a skin up front, allowing you to buy it directly. You don't like it? You can reroll it up to 5 times. Here's the catch. Prices are set by Valve and they're insane, with some of the reds costing over $1,500. There is some data mining that suggests that the prices will be adjusted based on demand. I'm curious to see how this will play out once it's tradable in the market. There are no knives or gloves in the collection, so I don't think these will be good investments long term. Unless you could get a discount on the items, why would people open a ton of these at once? So why is Valve doing this? Some say it's just about money, but Valve already prints money with the current case system. We're Gaben's little pay piggies going for golds. I think this is more about regulatory pressure. CS has always been somewhat of an online casino with guns, and because it's a video game, it's marketed towards younger people. And a lot of governments are starting to notice. This new system lets Valve say, hey, it's not gambling, it's just buying skins. As Valve phases out traditional cases in exchange for terminals, older cases with desirable knives, classic play skins, and the gambling feeling that we love will lead to insane prices thanks to decreasing supply and rare drop scarcity. Now let's talk about market manipulation because some crazy stuff is happening. There are coordinated groups in China who pump the prices of items by buying large portions of their total supply. I'm talking about hundreds or even thousands of the same skin across many different Steam accounts. Check out these accounts I found after 30 seconds of searching on CS Float's database. They have random numbers as their usernames, only one friend on Steam, and massive inventories filled with 30 of the same skin and 70 of the same agent. The prices going up attract people who think they can FOMO in, buying high and selling even higher. But really, they're just exit liquidity as the pumpers make tons of money selling for these higher prices. The EG Hollow from Stockholm 2021 skyrocketed from a couple bucks back in June to $460 at its peak just a few days ago. And then when people thought it would just keep going up and up forever, it crashed to $30 in 3 days, losing 93% of its value. Once the pumpers are all out with their profits, all the little Timmys are stuck with their heavily inflated items. Realizing nobody else would buy them at these prices, they begin to massively undercut each other, trying to sell out and cut their losses. Not everything has come crashing down yet. The M4A4 Coalition is a pretty mid skin with relatively low supply, but it was bought up until the price tripled in a month for no apparent reason. This also happened with the Elite Museo, which doubled in price in a week. And you can tell this isn't natural because the markets just can't keep up. There's a massive discrepancy in price where the same skin is hundreds of dollars cheaper depending on which marketplace you're looking at. And the M4A1S leaded glass was up 800% in the same time period, with the regular factory new version doubling the price of the StatTrack version. Just for some context, the StatTrack version is 10 times rarer, and it's more desirable for play skins as it shows off how much you use your gun. These price movements don't make any sense. With sky-high prices, we see insane volatility with double-digit gains and losses each day. My take on all this? Definitely don't buy skins after they've doubled in price, thinking now they're a good investment because they went up in price. If you were in before and you caught the pump, I say take the profits and redeploy that cash into better long-term investments. So what actually holds long-term? Anything that goes up with organic demand is going to beat out manipulation over time. Reliable investments have the strongest fundamentals, and those are seen in consumable items like cases, stickers, and trade-up fillers. Cases are constantly open because, let's be real, CS players love gambling almost as much as they love tapping heads. Stickers with good crafting demand get slapped onto expensive guns every day, permanently removing them from the supply. And trade-up fillers are burned 10 at a time with people chasing their dream skins. All three categories have either a fixed supply or such a low drop rate that they disappear from the market faster than new ones show up. This is exactly what drives long-term price growth. So what exactly should you be buying right now? Rare drop pool cases are a super interesting area because many of them are off their all-time highs and been trading down over the last couple weeks, despite the CS2 market cap being up 12% as a whole. I think all these cases are oversold, and with everyone's attention focused on pump and dumps right now, I love buying these reliable investments when they're on a discount. I really like the snakebite case. It has some of the highest unboxing numbers of the rare drop pool cases, and it has great gloves and play skins inside. It's at a cheap price point, giving it room to run. My favorite cases right now are the Prisma cases, with popular skins for both the M4s and the AK, as well as sexy Doppler finishes on the Talon and the Stiletto. With the new Genesis terminal being added, the fracture case was moved to the rare drop pool, causing a massive surge in price. Cases in the active drop pool drop 99% of the time on weekly drops. However, 1% of the time there's a chance to get one of the 30 cases in the rare drop pool, meaning that for the fracture case, the new supply coming in may not be able to keep up with demand. However, the supply of the case currently is still super high because it just got removed, so the hyped up price won't last. We saw the same thing happen when the snakebite was removed. It spiked on the news and then it sold back down to accumulation levels over the following months. I'm keeping my eye on the fracture case for when the prices dip back down. For the long term, I'm also looking at fever cases. These have insane demand at over 10 million opened a month, and the coolest knife in the game, in my opinion, the skeleton Doppler. This case will eventually be removed from the Armory, hopefully within a year, and we've seen what happens to the price after that. For stickers, right now I'm interested in the character and elemental craft stickers inside of the Armory. These have strong demand and they're future-proof because they're used as background of crafts. Even as new stickers are released going forward, there's a massive opportunity since the custom sticker placement was introduced, allowing for beautiful works of art to be put onto our skins. For major stickers, the Austin Major stickers have surprisingly high demand and price points due to their nice hollow effect as well as the unique border. And they're still offering positive ROI on unboxing even after they've been on sale for a while. It's still too early to tell the exact supply numbers yet, but I'm looking at the Contenders capsule from the Austin Major while it's still 25 cents because it has 16 teams in it, which is twice as many as the other capsules. When it comes to major stickers, I really try to stay away from borderless because many of them look the same and we really don't know if the next major will be bordered or borderless. However, we really can't ignore Shanghai or the Stockholm major stickers because these have seen crazy price action lately. For Shanghai, there's tons of hype around the rare atom sticker, and with China's large player base, the capsules have long-term potential due to it being the first major in China. For Stockholm, things are just insane. When I do invest in borderless stickers, I look for old disbanded teams that won't have new supply coming in. Funnily enough, these are the ones that are being price manipulated. So for now, I'm steering clear, but keep watching as these prices drop because all the negative sentiment may push the prices back down to below $2 or even $1. And then it may be interesting as a long-term play to pick up some of these capsules or individual team stickers. Who knows, maybe you'll catch the next pump and dump. Next, we need to talk about trade-up fillers because these have some of the weirdest price trends in the market right now. In the Norse collection, for example, the Desert Eagle Emerald Jormungandr pumped from $600 to $1,200 in just 2 weeks, but the light blue filler skins from the same collection are flat or even down 10%, except for the Moss Quartz, which is also being price manipulated. Same story in other collections like the Chop Shop, where the hot rods started a lot of these pricing spikes, and the Twilight Galaxy is flying high, while the trade-up inputs are lagging. That disconnect is where the opportunity is, because every time people do trade-ups, those fillers get burned 10 at a time, shrinking supply, meaning prices increase over the long term. Also, I'm interested in the 2013 Train collection. It's It's in a unique position since the light blue fillers only have 2 blue outputs, while most other collections have 4 or 5 outputs. These are super desirable since they increase the odds that people will get the skins they're looking for when they're doing their trade-ups. And the train collection is out of the current drop pool, meaning the supply is fixed and steadily disappearing. I'm loading up on these. Overall, the CS2 market is booming right now and there's lots of opportunity for you to make money. But this is the Wild West. There's no regulation, pump and dumps everywhere, monopolies allowed, but you have to be smart. The tricks are simple. Don't chase the pumps and stack consumable items with real demand and fixed supply and let time do the work. Now I want to hear from you. What are you buying right now? Are you dumping the bags? Drop a comment down below, leave a like if you learned something, and subscribe for more. Join my Discord if you want to share your investments in sticker crafts. My name's Oasis, and I love spending way too much money on pixels.